Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Trading Futures Live, where we trade futures live every single day. It is Monday, June 13th. It's day 30 for us here, trading live in front of you guys. A couple technical issues, that's why we started a little late. But let's go ahead and get right into it. The market has already moved quite a bit overnight. Let's just start with that. You'll see there was a gap down on all four indexes here to the bottom left, and they've just been moving steadily down, although since basically the London session, it's been chopping around sideways. But we are down quite a bit. I'm not actually sure on the percentages that we're down so far.
3 for the Nasdaq, 2 for the rest of them.
Yeah, we got
2.5 for the NQ.
2 for the Dow. S&P's down 2.3, almost 3 for the Nasdaq. So we are down there. If we look at the news today, don't have any news really. We have FOMC members speaking at 2 p.m., but nothing really now in the morning. The big news is going to be later on this week. We do have PPI month over month tomorrow, but the big news is going to be Wednesday, 2 p.m. federal funds rate. So they're expecting, I guess, 0.5% increase, although I've heard 0.75% on the news recently, so we'll see how that goes. Let's take a look back at what it's been doing in the overnight. Again, with the markets down, the VIX has shot up. Gold has been dropping steadily as well overnight. The dollar has been going up, although it pulled back about an hour ago, but back to this 21 EMA trend line. And crude is started down, but is starting to retrace everything and break that pivot there. So we'll see if it makes it back to 121 up here from last week. If we go ahead and look at the charts for the ES, let's just start with the daily, or sorry, the weekly. You'll see here last week. This was really Thursday and Friday, this huge drop. It chopped around early in the week, and then Thursday near the end of the session broke down, and then Friday broke down even further. We've now gapped down, and we have broken this pivot low in the overnight. So it's a pretty big deal, I want to say. If we take a look at the daily again, we've gapped down, and we've already completed a good percentage of the daily ATR so far. 99.8 on my ATR meter, and we're at 88. Yeah, we've done like nearly 80% of that, if not more already. What are you looking at, Franco?
Right now, as you mentioned, the federal fund rate, it has a 33% probability of having a 0.75 rate increase. So I went to the website, that's what I'm looking at. But yeah, we're near the lows. We're about to break the overnight low. We're close to it. So we still have 2 minutes for the open. VIX is up big time, although is at the supply. My supply is up to like 39.10. We haven't broken that high. We'll see. Since this is a tradable instrument, I do expect the volatility could break all those highs. If we have a break of above 40, this is gonna get very interesting. We're at levels of September of 2020, which give us a lot of unfilled demand for the stock market. So I do not like, anything could happen, but I'm not expecting just a free fall to the downside. We'll see how this goes. The dollar is going up big time today, and the bonds are going down big time today. So the 10-year yield is, I'll tell you how much it is right now, and that could be one of the important factors influencing this thing. Oh my God, it's 329, 328.6.
Yep.
So it has no stop there. Yeah. I guess we might have a larger drop though. We'll see how the market reacts of this thing. We have fresh new lows in the NQ and the ES, but we don't have a fresh new low in the RTY or the YM, and we are off.
And we are off.
Like always, we want to see the internals coherent with what we're planning to trade, meaning ADQD, tick chart, everything, giving us the right information. And we want to be very patient because we are going to trade this thing after it moved 3%. So we need to be aware of that. The market has a some sort of I don't know how do you call it, like elasticity or tolerance for 1 day drop or high or raise, right?
Yep.
So these first candles, you can see the short covering, because after the market opens, just if it's going up, a lot of shorts might be, covering their position. So we have the overnight lines here. These are very important lines.
Wow, 4-hour chart is.
What?
The 4-hour chart is quite ugly.
What's your plan for the day?
Patience. Patience is my plan. I have my levels marked out here from the overnight. Obviously the overnight low, and then this range that it's been in since 4 o'clock. If it breaks out of that range, I'll be potentially looking longs. I'm very hesitant to be short, but I mean, my same plan as always for the most part. That's not.
Look, one thing that we haven't commented about is the rollover. We are definitely trading today in the September contract.
Yes, correct. We have rolled over. Oh, this computer has not rolled over. Man, I've rolled over everything else except for this one. Why did it not ask me to roll over?
Yeah, but the Ninja, it's easy.
Yeah. Tools, database management. If you're using Ninja and you don't know how to roll over, let's actually, let me do this. I'll bring over my control panel. If you go to Tools, then you go to Database Management. These are all the different instruments that I've looked at over time. And you can just come here and hit rollover, rolling over futures. We'll update the expiry of the instrument. You can go ahead and click ES, and you'll see here that it went from MES 06-22 to now 09-22. So we're now trading the September contract. And with Ninja, it's quite easy. It will do it for all of your charts. As you see here, it's rolled over everything now.
Yeah.
For me. So for me, I'm looking for a breakout and a retest to go long. If it gives me some reactions off of this area here, I'll be looking to go short. But honestly, even if it comes up into here and it starts reacting off of that, I wouldn't have an issue with the short. And to the downside, if we get a breakout, and a retest, I'll be looking to go short. I'm a bit hesitant on that today, just due to the nature of the size of the move so far. It's already done 90 points of a 100-point ATR. Obviously, it can go much, much lower. It's already broken the low of the last few weeks in the overnight, so there's certainly a ton of bearish sentiment in the market. But as always, I am going to be very, very patient. If we look at the 60-minute chart, we've got a naked POC up here at 39.08. In the overnight, it already broke through a POC from a few weeks ago. That low there, that it's now broken through. And the next one doesn't even show up on my chart because I don't go back far enough on data. Let's try 1,000 days and we'll come back to this chart after it loads. So we have a test of this level there and a quick reaction off of it, confirming the weakness in the market. I don't have very good volume so far. Do you?
I'll tell you in less than 2 minutes.
I have terrible volume, like rollover for most people hasn't happened yet.
Well,
or they forgot this morning.
No, the September contract has a lot more volume than the June contract, but still the June contract has a considerably high volume.
Yeah, I have like half the normal volume and probably even less than half the normal volume. If we take a look at the internals, wow, that is an extreme negative on this advanced decline line for the NQ. Negative 3,000. I don't even know if I've ever seen that. Negative 2,700 on the NYSE advanced decline. Ticks opening up at extreme lows, and those lows are holding. And this advanced decline is pushing down. So my sentiment is definitely short at the moment. We'll see if we get some rejections off of here. I need to try and find a way to get in short.
We gotta go check up on the catalyst for today. Like the dollar is going up, right? But since it's been going up since London open, right? Let me confirm London open. I don't want to say something and then. So it actually started. Yeah, it actually started on Asia.
Yeah, it's been going up.
It's been going up, right?
All day.
Yeah. So we have to be aware that we can have a retracement at any time.
Well, it gave that retracement at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
This pullback there.
Now it's pushing back up.
Yeah.
Again. Dollar's pushing up. I'm wearing my USA flag hat to the front side.
I feel like there's something wrong with my data right now.
Can I help you?
There we go. No. I don't know why, but the bar timer wasn't, with the rollover, the bar timer wasn't showing up.
Volume is slightly lower though than normal.
Alright, we're getting pushes to the downside. With confirmation on all of the internals. I would like to find a way in. 18. I'm going to have to go smaller position size because the volatility today. Alright, getting rejections off of this level that it's been in since 4 a.m. Up here, the highs of this range. Now coming back to test the lows. If it breaks through, I'll need to find a way to get in short. With the internals, the way they're looking, I mean, this does not necessarily look to me like it's any type of false breakout to the downside if it breaks below. I need to try and be aggressive getting into this. Got 4 minutes left in this 15-minute candle. There it goes, breaking down below. I'm going to get in on some kind of micro pullback. And I'm going to give myself a chance. Hopefully I can risk this entire candle. 10 points. So
I do have an order at 11,545.
I'm going to see if we get a close below on this 5 minute. So I'm going to stay patient. It gave the first entry up here, came, pulled back, retested, rejected off. Could have potentially gotten in, breaking the low of that candle there, somewhere around 38.06. Would have had to have risked a little bit more than I usually like, but that would have been fine.
George, good morning, Jorge. Instead of jumping into this thing right now, I do want the ADQD to give me some sort of retracement. It's just flat at minus 3,000.
Let's see, the all four indexes here to the left, we've got the Russell is the weakest right now. Probably followed by the ES that at least broke the low of the overnight. Oh, so did oh no, the Russell has not yet. And the strongest market, if you could call it that, would be the NQ right now.
Yeah, I'm in this short, but
we're getting.
Let's see how this goes. Oh, the TQ made a new high.
Yeah, it's pushing to the zero line right now.
This might get stopped out of this trade, but that's fine. Just
all right, so yeah, we waited for the 5 minute. Thus far, we're not getting that close below the overnight. So we're gonna stay patient. 30 seconds left. I didn't think this would be a false breakout just from looking at the internals, how negative they are. So we will see. My concern since I woke up this morning was that it moved so much overnight that this morning would just chop around, create a little distribution area after the move.
Yeah, some buyers right there.
So a new 15-minute, that one closed neutral.
I'm out of it.
Even this 2-minute candle closed, did not close below the overnight, closed right at it. So we are going to stay patient.
Why these things? Quite volatile today, huh?
Yeah, no follow through either. I mean, again, it's moved so much that everyone's trying to assimilate to this new level that price is at. People buying at these lows, people selling because it broke the low.
Mm-hmm. We're waiting patiently to take another trade.
The internals for me are still screaming short, so
Yeah.
at the moment I'm only looking for shorts.
Yeah, me too.
I'd like to see a 5-minute close below here. maybe even a 2-minute close below, depending on the price action. That's a new 5-minute, a huge rejection candle back off of that zone up there. If I get a close below here and a pullback, I'm going to be attempting to get in off of this 2-minute chart. So currently, if it closes below and gives me some kind of type of pullback, I'm going to be trying to get in short. Stay patient, everyone. Right now, if you're long within this range or short from up here, okay. But stay patient. The market still really hasn't gone anywhere. Where did we open? We opened here.
Can you notice how the first 15 minutes, the majority of the time is just sideways? 15-20 minutes?
Yeah.
They can do that. They can manipulate the market with big orders. Market makers can do that. And keep the market just stable for the first, period, 15-20 minutes while they fill all their orders. Now look at the RTY. The RTY is screaming down. For me, it's 11,583. I will only take a confirmation.
New 5-minute in the next 5 seconds. This will be the last 5 minutes of the first 30 minutes of the market open. Haven't gotten any close below there yet. And so I'm going to stay patient. Just keep an eye on these internals. They're still very bearish. Now, if I get in short, what I want to see when I get in short is this tick be somewhere in the upper range of where it's been this morning. I don't want to be getting in with the tick down here and then it retracing back up while I'm in the trade. I want to see that I want to get in up here so I get the push of it when it's coming back down. And so we wait.
Mm. Two minutes for the next 30-minute candle.
So who is going to win this fight? It's now basing there at the lows. I mean, that for the ES, that's the overnight lows right there. This line, this blue line that I have marked out there was the overnight low. And it is just basing there right now.
The 5 minutes is not pretty. One minute.
What I would love to see right now is one more push up before we get this rejection down. Now with this new 30-minute candle in the next 10 seconds. We'll see if it gives it to me or not, or if it just breaks down. That would be the algos getting into a short, if you could hear that. New 30 minutes.
We have no news, no catalyst during the trading session, so
No.
this might be chop, 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 chop.
Much the same as last week, where the major news was late in the week. So the first half of the week was very sideways. Alright guys, again, if you're just joining us, I haven't taken any trades. I'm waiting for it to break down here. I need to close below this blue line. See if it gives it to us in this next 2-minute candle. Close below, and then some sort of retracement back to get into this short. The internals are very negative. Let's double check on those. Both ticks are holding below the 0 line, and the advanced decline lines are at extreme lows, negative 34.54 on the NQ advanced decline line. So a ton of bearish sentiment out there. Now, I am going to stay patient. Even if this 2-minute candle does close below, it's going to leave us 1 minute left on the 5-minute candle, so I'm just going to wait that extra minute and see where this 5-minute candle closes. Ten-year bond yields 3.280.
Okay. I have a zone in 11,527. 11,527. Let's see if I can get a fill.
All right, we're getting the breakdown. That 2-minute there just closed below. Like I said, though, I'm going to wait for this 5-minute with there only being 1 minute left in this 5-minute. I'm going to wait for this 5-minute to close, make sure that it closes below. And then I need to get in on some sort of pullback. I don't know what is wrong with this.
Very high volume bar, that one that just closed. Very
I'm
high
getting the
volume.
pullback on the 2-minute there. 5 minutes now closed. It did close below. It's probably the pullback there that it just gave on the 2-minute. If I'm gonna net 92.
I don't know. I'm not taking this short. I am not taking this short. Still tick chart is making new highs. Slowly grinding up.
Oh yeah, that is it's finally broken the 0 line.
Yep.
On the tick chart here for the NYSE.
Yeah.
This advanced decline continues to go. Continues to drop though, so I'm still interested in the short. That's very possibly the pullback for me there. Let's see if I get the right price action on this 2-minute. I'll be in short. We're getting quite the rejections to the downside on this 5-minute chart, but just no follow through. Just no follow through. Again, it moves so much overnight. For me, if the price action on this 2-minute chart doesn't give me some sort of large rejection candle back to the downside, I may just potentially be getting in on a breakout below this low. But I do want to stay patient. Let's take a look at the internals again. The advanced decline is flattening out, but it's at such an extreme low that I'm still bearish on that. Now the tick charts did break and create new highs.
Yeah.
But it's still getting rejected back to the downside. So we're going to stay patient. See what the market gives us.
one extreme in the tick. Let's see if we can break that low on the tick chart. Is my mic working? It is. See if we can get an extreme on the tick chart. I had an order. I canceled that because the tick was doing a new high. Was making a new high.
Yeah.
There's no point for me to trade that.
All right, so I'm gonna set an order here, guys. Let's.
There we go. New low. New low, George. Let's prepare for this.
Order failed.
Are you in it?
Yes, but I don't know why it's not showing anything. There's something very wrong with my computer right now.
There you go. That was the move. What?
It's not showing that I'm in this. Orders.
You want to transition to mine?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. I'm just gonna shut down Ninja and restart it.
Yeah.
I need to wait though for it to potentially get to 1-to-1 because it's not showing any of my orders are in my order list, but it's not showing up on the chart as far as a target and stop. Let's see where this says I got in. 3792.50. So let's. Okay, guys, that's my entry there. My stop is right now at 82.50, even though it doesn't show up on this chart. I don't know why. I need to restart my Ninja, but I'm going to wait for this to get to 1-to-1 and see if it executes the order that is listed.
Control E does not show it?
No, and my chart trader is on. The right account is on.
Where?
It got to within 1.25 points from my T1.
Very weak right now. Very weak. Very weak. I need a retracement on the ADD so I can jump into the trend. Ooh, I don't want to see the 10-year yield. Bro, 3.3. 3.3. It's gonna be some pain.
Target failed.
What's that?
That's my T1. All right, I'm gonna T1. So at least I'm gonna restart my Ninja because this is
Yeah,
really not good.
You can put my. Can I put my screen?
Yeah. There you go.
We're breaking the overnight low on the NQ. This is very weak. It's a weak market, bro. BTC is down 20%, Coinbase is down 15%, GME is down 11%. The mega caps are not suffering too much, like Apple is down 2.9, Microsoft is down 2.4, Amazon, Amazon is suffering big time, 5%. Tesla is down 6.5%. Nvidia 6%. AMD 6%.
Alright guys, I mean, I'm in this short. I don't know what's up with my Ninja. I need to restart the computer, but the OBS for the live stream is running on this computer, so I'm not going to restart it just yet.
Yeah.
But I'm in this. You guys can, let me transition back. You guys can see my P&L down here. We already hit T1. I got in breaking the low right here at 92.50. Stop is up here still. It needs to get to T2, which would be 20 points. Right now we're up 17 and a half. Let's see if we get to T2. I can actually even show you guys my order entries here. Does it have any account info there? No, it does not. Right. So it filled all 8 orders at 3792.50. Then it filled T1 at 82.50 here with just one contract. That's the $50 you see of the realized P&L. And we need to get to T2, which is 72.50. Here it'll take 4 contracts off. Currently the stop is still at original stop of 0250. It needs to get to T2 before it moves the stop to break even. Now if we go to a higher time frame, I'd like to see what's in the way. There's not going to be anything in the freaking way. My daily chart doesn't even go back that far right now. Perfect. Let's go back 1,000 days. Oh, now it just showed up on the daily chart. What in the world? Alright, let's refresh this data and see what happens. Let's go. Let's see if it reloads. Oh, there we go. Alright. Again, I have no idea what's going on there.
There you go.
But if we reload all the historical data, we still have not gotten to T2 yet, though. That was T1 there. Let's just go back to markers only. You have an order placed or not yet?
No, I'm waiting because I've been faked out with the tick chart like 2-3 times, so I want to wait for it to give me the right signal.
We're gonna push up on that tick chart right now. The advanced declines continue to just go sideways right there, though. We need this tick chart to hold though and push back down to give us, to at least get us to T2 so that we can move the stop to break even. If we look at the daily chart, we've already broken this pivot there. We're in a little rally base rally right now though. On the daily, let's go take a look at this on a lower time frame though. Let's see if we can take a look at this on a 1 hour chart. This chart is not going back far enough right now. I thought I already did this. Come on. Now what I'm really going to want to see is this hit T2 before this 30-minute candle closes. What I do not want to see is this candle closing and I still haven't hit T2. Because the volatility of that next 30-minute candle is going to be brutal. Where? There we go. Okay, so T2 is just at the bottom of this pivot there. And my T3 is at the bottom of this pivot. My fourth target, I can even move to that naked POC. But not really much I'm going to do about my targets right now. Just want to see this push through. Get to T2, move my stop up to break even. There we go. Sorry, it doesn't move my stop up to break even. All it does is cut it in half. But if we get a retracement up to here, I'm likely going to manually move it to break even. For the moment, though, we're going to give that trade some room to work.
You turn yours on? You trading the algos or no?
One of them, yeah.
Yeah, me too. This market is weak, very, very weak. ATR completion right there, 11,400.
Yeah, we have 5 minutes left in this 30-minute candle.
Yo, we have the RTY. Oh my God.
So far, we were nice and patient. The RTY. What's the RTY? Screaming down. Yeah, so we have the RTY is the weakest, followed by probably the ES and then the NQ. Dollar continues to go up, making a new high there on the day. VIX continues to go up.
Finally broke on the YM though.
And we have the advanced decline lines somehow still pushing lower at negative 3,500. Again, I don't know that I've ever seen it at negative 3,500.
What's the max?
Is it? Like,
It's a 7,000 or something, or 8,000.
Is the max?
No. That's the universe.
Oh.
But for it to be a minus 3,400,
Yeah.
you gotta be like 98% negative. Like.
Yeah. This is. So we were patient, guys. Chopped around for the first 30 minutes. Could I have gotten a better entry? Yes. Maybe on this pullback, but it didn't give me the right price action that I was looking for up here. When it broke below there, I had my order set with the internals confirming. Right. If you were taking a long today with the internals giving extreme negatives all over. I mean, if you look at this tick chart for the NYSE,
Yeah.
it's been basing below the 750,
Yeah.
the negative 750.
I know.
Forget that it's just been basing below zero. It's been basing below negative 750.
Well,
That's crazy.
only one company in the ES index is going up. The rest, 499, are going down. Look at this. It's flat. It couldn't be more negative.
Yeah. Now, this doesn't mean that it's going to continue to go lower.
Right.
It can obviously, if it can't be more negative.
The higher probability is the bounce.
Yep. So, if you're not in this, difficult to get in short now. Certainly have to wait for a good pullback. And if you are in this and you're close to your target, you may want to think about tightening your stop. I've already hit my T1 and T2, so I'm going to let the rest of this play out. I've already locked in 1R. I'm going to let the rest of this trade play out, but the NQ's already hit its ATR limit. Did the ES?
All of them.
So, yeah. So they've all reached a full ATR so far.
Wow.
Again, not to say that they can't go lower. I'm in the short, but it can certainly bounce up from here. And it wouldn't take much for this to bounce up from here with all the negativity so far.
Yeah.
Now, that move must have stopped a bunch of people out that were in at the low with the stop below the pivot from a few weeks ago. So,
New 30 in 15 seconds. ¿Cuánto de esto? How much is this raise? is $200. It's not bad. I want to take this. See if I can take this. What's the risk on reward ratio? Yeah, 3 to 1 is right here. There you go.
If we take a look at this 5-minute, what I don't want it to see is, you see this darker blue area here. What I don't want to see is it come back up into this darker blue area and close above as a sign of a rotational trade back up. Right, so just want to see this continue to push down. We'll keep an eye on the internals. On the internals, I don't want to see it breaking up above this 0. I want to see it keep rejecting off of this extreme negativity. And as far as the ADD, I don't want to see it start to roll back up. I'm okay with it being flat and or negative, right? But I don't want to see it coming back into positive territory.
Well, ADQD for you to coming back to positive territory is nearly impossible. You'll have to reverse all of the stocks. Just, I don't think. Look, I don't have one company in my watch list, 130 company, positive. IBM is flat. That's the only one. But the rest is like dropping big time. Big rejection here. There we go. Not even getting to my zone, bro. 448. See how this goes. Wow. Wow. RTY screaming down. Big time. That was the best short. RTY. I'm about to take a short. I just need to see the tick chart not making new highs. And I'll be in this thing. There you go. New 3 minute is gonna open up in 2 seconds.
Let's see what the internals are saying. They're holding. They're starting to trend up, though. You see higher lows, higher lows. The ADQD continues to drop, though. The advanced decline here on the ES is tempting to roll over, though.
Seven minutes gonna close in 25 seconds. RTY is still creaming down, bro. Amazing.
Now, what I want to see is price break below this low and close below so that I can move my stop just beyond this pivot, and that will be my new stop. I'll lock in some profits, some additional profits, but we need to see a strong push to the downside. NQ is screaming down as well. NQ is already basically broken that pivot to the downside. We'll see if it holds there. I want to see it break down and close below. Got 2 minutes left in this 5 minute. Nice strong push to the downside and a close below. And I'll lock in some more profits. My R on this trade is $400. I've already locked in $450. I have 3 contracts left. I originally got into this with 8 contracts, took off 1 contract at 1-to-1, and took off 4 contracts, half of my position, at 2-to-1. I do like this push down, but again, I want to see it close down here. If this reverses back up in the last minute of this 5 minute candle and gives me a huge buying candle, it's going to be not what I want to see. All right. My automated strategy decided to move it for me. Perfect. New 15 minute. The internals continue to hold. I do like that it broke down and retested this low here, breaking that trend line that I had just mentioned, that we were making higher lows. Same on the tick Q. The ADQD continues to go down, and the advanced decline for the NYSE is breaking down as well. So all good signs for this trade. I think with the stop moving there, that should lock in about 1.5 R on this trade, even if we get a reversal from here. But certainly I'd like to hit full target on this. 2.5 R. I was down 2.5 R last week. So a nice strong trade today would make that all back up. And in total over the last 2 weeks I'm down 4 R. I didn't trade much. I didn't take very many trades last week or the week before. It was very choppy for me. The few days that I did have potential trades, I missed them. So I took all losses over the last 2 weeks, down 4R in total. So looking for a nice strong bounce back week.
It's so weak. It's so weak that it scares me. Like it can just retrace all the way up in no time. You know how many shorts are being piling up?
Yeah, it's not going to take much for somebody to screw them all.
One big order is gonna stop everybody out.
Yeah.
And the tick chart doesn't get even to 0, so I can short it. Minus 3,500 on the ADQD. Like, might be the first time I see it like this.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it so extreme.
No, pull back.
Alright, so my trade's already gone 3-1. My next target, though, is 4-1. I'd love for it to get there. With these two contracts, I would lock in another full R, I believe.
I don't know if this happens to you, but it's even harder to hold on to your positions when they're making money, right?
That's why I have the automated strategy so that
The psychology of holding when you're making money, stop. 'Cause, it's a lot of internal fighting that happens.
The algos have helped me quite a bit with that, though, and just the analysis of the algos and the back testing and the optimizations that holding those trades and letting your winners run is more important than
anything else.
than saving the money. Although it is a fight against your own psychology. Some people can't handle giving back a ton of money, and so they do have to trade in a make it take it style. Whether that's better or worse for their overall P&L. I would say the algos have told us that it's worse, but if it messes with your psychology and then you take terrible trades for the next few days or weeks, then obviously the make it take it strategy for that type of person makes sense. Don't like to hear that.
He closed. He closed.
Oh, it did?
He closed.
Thank God. I thought it was adding on. Like, what the fuck?
Bro, at least we got one.
No, it did. It closed, but it didn't close it. It took a long is actually what it did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so now we have a long and a short in the ES on the algos.
So we're shorting one, long in the other one?
Yeah.
That's smart.
I'm just honestly, I'm glad it didn't add on.
No. What are you saying?
I
What are
did
you
not wanna
saying? I
see
just
it.
have 3 minus NQ.
Yeah, because on the ES, it's in one long and one short, so they cancel each other out. So when it gets out
Thank
of
God.
when it gets out of one though, then it's going to get back into the other one. Oof,
Why?
we got close there to my. That would be 4-1 is where this target is right now. And I would like to see it get to there before 11 a.m. because the volatility of the next hourly candle may not agree with my type of trading, or may not agree with this trade. So we'll see. We'll let this all play out. At this point, I have about 1.5 R locked in, shooting for about 2.5 R. Which it's pretty close to 2.5 R already. So maybe this full trade is shooting for 3 R. Let me do the math. Yeah, so full target on this would be 2.8 R. Got out of that long. So now we're backing it short.
Yeah.
So the algos are in NQ and ES short. It has 3 contracts on the NQ and 1 on the ES. And we debated today whether or not we even wanted to turn them on after the move in the overnight session. And so we didn't turn them. We turned them on for one account instead of multiple accounts. Last 5 minutes in this hour. This hour has been quite good to me. I got in within the first 5 minutes. Sorry, what? Within the first 15 minutes of this hourly candle, and have been writing it down. Like to see it. Like to see another strong push in this last 5 minutes. Maybe get to my T3 before this hour closes. Oh, okay. So for me, the September finally has more volume.
Yeah, no, of course. They have had more volume since the morning. I don't need to worry about that.
One minute left. Take a look at these internals. The tick spiked up and made a new high a few minutes ago. The advanced declines, though, continue to be sideways. Let's see if they're... The EMA is finally catching up to them, though. See if it starts to roll over. 10 seconds. It's going to be quite the week if we're getting a day like this on Monday with the funds rate on Wednesday.
Probably the market is pricing in
Another quarter point.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's changed on Forex Factory yet. No, still just half a
Half of a percent.
Yeah, 50 basis points still.
right.
Britain's looking at a 1/4 point.
Who?
Britain. Market's pricing in a 1/4 point. Powell speaks at 8:45 a.m. on Friday, due to deliver welcoming remarks at the inaugural conference on the international roles of the U.S. dollar. That should be interesting.
All right, so we might have a flip right here. Yeah.
If we look at the 4 markets, the Russell was certainly the weakest, followed by the NQ probably, then the ES and the Dow. If we come here, let's see what, 2.6%, 3.5% for the S&P, 4.35 for the NQ. Wow. And 4.88 for the Russell. No bueno. That's a new low on the advanced decline for the NYSE. That's incredible. That is absolutely incredible. Let's see if this gives us a push. If we hit this target, I'm going to call it a morning. Let the rest of my trade play out. It's getting close enough that I think I'm going to lock in more profit as well. Where price is right now, that's 2.5 R. As far as my P&L goes, but this is that target right there is 4 to 1. We got very, very close. Let's get another little push. Let's get another little push. New 5-minute. I needed to break the low of that previous 5-minute. There we go. Very nice. So that locks in 2R now. One contract left. And you have anything?
No.
I'm going to call it a morning, guys. You'll see the recap. A nice patient trade that we got into. Finally, I was able to get into one after missing quite a few trades over the last 2 weeks. Again, I have 2R locked in, $850. And my last contract is, the stop is in profit as well. So I will be locking in more than 2R on this trade. And wait for the recap later. And if not, we will see you guys tomorrow morning. Thanks again for joining us. Trading Futures Live, where we trade live for you guys. Have a good one.